Well guys, welcome back, and 24.3 is here. We all knew it was going to be thrusters, we all knew it was going to get heavy, and we all knew that there was going to be gymnastics. So, what is our workout? Well, we're going to have a fun time with thrusters at 43 for the guys and 29 for the girls, and chest to bar pull-ups. So 10 thrusters, straight into 10 chest to bar, 5 rounds through. So, this is going to be your first part of the workout, and your tie break time will be based on how fast you get through the first 5 rounds. Completing that final chest to bar on those 10 reps will be your score. Moving on to the next part, you will rest 1 minute in between. Moving on to 5 rounds, 7 thrusters at an increased weight of 61 for the guys and 43 for the girls. And this time we're doing 7 bar muscle ups. 5 rounds through in a 15-minute time cap. That is a lot of work to try and get in 15 minutes, in my opinion. So, what do I think? This workout is going to be a tale of where your strengths and weaknesses lie, okay? So, if you are someone that is able to get chest to bar and bar muscle ups unbroken, well, I would suggest this workout is probably a bit of you, and you'll be going far into these later rounds, if not completing the workout. If, on the other hand, this barbell is slightly heavy for you, or a bar muscle up isn't quite in your arsenal yet, then I would suggest maybe attacking this workout in a slightly different way. So, if that's you, I would suggest using this as the main body of the workout. So, using the 5 rounds to get through for the fastest time possible, trying to get the best tie break time you can. Because if you get to 7 thrusters and you haven't got a bar muscle up, you will have the rest of that time in that 15-minute time cap to try and get your first bar muscle up, or just look at the bar if you haven't got them yet. Okay, so that is essentially the workout if that's where you are in your journey. If, on the other hand, you are looking at that barbell of 61 or 43 and thinking that is going to take me an age to try and lift that, again, same sort of strategy. I would suggest trying to get through the first 5 rounds as fast as you can to get that quick tie break time, and then worrying about the 7 thrusters thereafter for the remaining part of the workout, if that is the limiting factor for you. If, on the other hand, you are pretty efficient with all these movements and the thrusters are going to get heavy, they're going to get heavy for everyone, but you can do them and you have bar muscle ups, I would approach it in a slightly different way. What I would suggest is trying to go through this work here at probably 80%, thinking that you're going to have to try and save something in the tank for later on in the workout. If anyone did the open workout a few years ago, where it was front squats, gymnastic movement, and then thrusters, you did have a 1 minute rest in between those rounds, but that quickly got tough, even with the rest. So, I don't think that's going to help too much. Just think about where you're going to have to break these movements up, okay, to get the best score. If you can hold on for 7 unbroken, great, then do so, but don't do so at the risk of not being able to go straight onto that bar and doing those bar muscle ups. And likewise, if the thrusters are the hardest part for you, and for me that's absolutely going to be the tough part of this workout, the bar muscle ups, I would suggest breaking them up earlier than you have to, so you're not going to impact the harder part of that workout for you. So for me, I'm going to try and break up those bar muscle ups potentially earlier than I normally would to try and save something for this heavy bar that I'm going to have to face. A couple of standards here that we're going to have to talk about. First of all, you need to start under the rig when you start the workout. The bar needs to be 5 feet away from the rig, which will no doubt be done for you already by the time you get into the gym. Once you've done your first 5 rounds, you have to then go back under the rig before you can move on to that heavier barbell. The barbell can be loaded by someone else, or you can have 2 bars set up if you have enough bars in the gym to be able to do so. Just think of a couple of standards there. Thrusters, your hips must go below parallel. So just think of that and make it again easy for your judge. You don't have to do extra reps just because you're not quite hitting depth. So just make sure that isn't the case. Hips, knees and arms needs to be fully extended at the top of the thruster with your head coming through to finish that rep. Chest bar, pretty self-explanatory, but you need to make sure your chest hits the bar. In the scorecard, it does say nothing above the collarbone. So if anyone is going throat to bar, that's not allowed, unfortunately, on this workout. fully extended at the bottom of the rep, and that will count. Going on to bar muscle ups, once you get there, make sure you're fully extended at the top of the rep and shoulders are over the front of the bar. One of the things they also did mention is if you are as you get further through this workout and you get tired and you start to chicken wing, make sure your arm doesn't rest on that bar because that will be a no rep, okay? So if your workout tomorrow or over the weekend, you're really going to try and get a bar muscle up, make sure it counts. Make sure that if you are going to slightly chicken wing, make sure you just don't put your arm or elbow down on the bar. The only things that can touch the bar are your hands. And also the final thing about the bar muscle up, don't allow your feet to go above the bar because again, that'll be a no rep. Couple of tips from me. Make sure you're wearing your grips. You're going to really need your grip later on in this workout. So grips are going to be an absolute must. If you haven't watched my video about grips, I'll put it in the cards above, so go and check that out. One of the things I find when I'm doing any gymnastics and thruster movement is that my forearm really takes a battering. Normally because my front rack position isn't great and I'm putting excess strain on my forearm. That is going to massively impact your grip. So I would absolutely recommend before the workout starts, really trying to loosen off your lats and your forearms, making sure it's loose. And that will help you get a better grip on the bar when it comes to your front rack position. If your bar is in your fingertips, you're really going to feel this as you get through this workout. So that is definitely something I found to be helpful when doing any of these sort of movements together. Just think of this workout as a gamer strategy, and depending on where you are in your journey. If you haven't quite got bar muscle ups, think of your workout as the 5 rounds as quickly as you can, and then just work your way through those thrusters before trying for the rest of the workout to get a bar muscle up. If you are struggling with this weight for the thruster, again, think of this workout as the 5 rounds for time, as fast as you can, and then move on to as many thrusters as you can get done in this workout. If you do have thrusters at 60 and 43, and you do have 7 bar muscle ups fairly consistently, then I'll say go a little bit slower here, save some energy for the final push of this workout. Well guys, 24.3, and that is a wrap nearly for this year's Open. What do you think? Is it everything you wanted to see and more? I think it could have been a lot worse. We knew thrusters were going to come up, and we knew gymnastics were going to come up. I think this workout is going to be a fun one this weekend, and regardless of where you are, I hope you all have a great time. Absolutely smash it. And if you do get your first bar muscle up this year, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.